What's up, everybody? Doing some ZBrush sculpting today, every day. Yeah. So welcome. This is ZBrush, my Gene Stealer Warhammer 40,000 fan art. My goal is, well, first off, there's a big-ass fan air conditioning behind me. So if you can't hear me, shout out in the chat room and either talk louder or turn the AC off, because it's motherfucking hot here. So bear with me. Any hoozles. Yeah, so this is my Gene Stealer. I'm planning on making this dude into a game asset, and will eventually become a portfolio piece for me. So, yeah. Without further ado, get to sculpting. Yo. Yo, Melvin. What if I don't get a chance to see your chats and it looks like I'm ignoring you, it's not because I'm caught up in the moment, so excuse me. But Melvin, I got you. What up? Alright. Any hoozles. So yeah, been just working on this guy kind of not non-stop, but kind of off and on for a couple days. Just blocking this shiznit in. Yeah, so kind of goal for these streams are just kind of a peek into watching me do some ZBrush work and some 3D character work. Probably won't be playing games. That's for later. That's for after we're done. Yeah, thanks, man. Me no slow. What up? Alright. So, I basically just give you guys a little bit of a heads up on where I'm at with this guy. I get my basic forms kind of down, level 1 forms, kind of like the idea of what I want to do with this dude. Now I'm just working on kind of second level details, like little minor stuff here and there. Once I get that done, then I'll do into like level 3 where it's like skin textures and shit. So yeah, just kind of going through and doing that. So working on some armor right now. Yep. And if you like this shit, feel free to follow me out here, man. And, you get like a notification shit of when I do my shit. You know what I'm saying? So what I'll do while I'm going through this is kind of give you guys like a little peek into my brain activity while I'm going through what I'm doing and kind of why I'm doing it. And hopefully you can get some ideas and stuff. Peek into my brain. So right now I'm working on this particular piece of armor. I wanted to do it a lot like this one, so same kind of rhythm and style. More like organic armor. So I'm going to kind of repeat those types of styles down into this guy here. Right now. So just using some like clay brush. Clay brush is like the baddest ass. You can pretty much do everything with clay brush. Alright, so I'm kind of just trying to find some cool patterns, right? I got the overall shape. It's like kind of the planes blocked out. Like I like this. I like a nice ridge right here. It's gonna look a little bit more organic, yeah. So I really like this like 3 holes type of feel. I think I'm gonna run with that type of thing. Yeah. Like this, 3 holes. I think that's gonna be kind of like the flowing trend here. Yeah. That's good. And then maybe we'll do some pinching. Alright, do some damn standard to kind of get like some of this. Start bringing this up just to see what we can do with it. You know what I'm saying? That clay. But whoever came up with the clay brush, if it wasn't ZBrush, you know, if it was like one of those like hardcore ZBrush dudes that isn't employed by them, you know, whoever came up with it, that guy needs a fucking medal, because it's badass. What's even cooler is you can do like this little smoothing, because most by normal, like, you get like this type, but if you like put on this smoothing and do it, it's like, oh motherfucker, it's smooth. So it kind of gets away from like that little steppy step. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's badass. Whoa. Whoa. So I just, in like a last video stream, was kind of a testing one, but I separated this guy from everything else, so I'm going to do that same thing here to this guy. Because right now it's just all one piece. Alright, if I just hide it with solo, oop, not that one. I'm going to Han Solo this motherfucker. Alright, so it's that. But I want the skin and stuff separate from the armor. So I'm gonna separate the two with a quick lack. So what I'm gonna do is just use. I mean, there's definitely a couple of different methods for doing it, but in this case, I'm just gonna use masking, and then I'm gonna use that mask to create a polygroup, and then just change the polygroup, or split the polygroup. I'm just gonna do it like rough and dirty. I'm gonna change the shit afterwards. So. You have to excuse me. Just my wife and I just had our first kid, so pretty much everything that I say is like kid talk. So if I slip into kid talk, just say something. Like, dude, shut up, man. I'm doing kid talk again. Yeah. Okay. Let's quickly just block this motherfucker out. I'm gonna do that one separate, so I can really get them. Gotta keep them separated. Oh shit! What am I gonna do there? I don't know. I'm just gonna fucking figure it out. Let's do that. Oh, that's good. All right. Christian brush size. Oh, not that. Wrong button, dipshit. Alright. So I gotta give a lot of shout out to Brendan Clump, because he couldn't make it. Clump, what the hell, man? Okay. Alright, now that's good. Thanks, Mal. Yeah. Now what, right? Oh, man. Okay. That looks good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is, by the way, this is like completely like ridiculously custom menu. Because I don't like going and searching and finding shit, so I just took all of the tools that I use like all the time and just brought them out here and out here. I probably will be releasing this setup again on Gumroad for free, so if you guys are interested and want to use it, by all means. By all means. Okay, back to business. Alright, so I'm going to turn on polyframe, so Shift F. Alright, it's all the same color. And hit V for solo. These probably aren't the regular shortcuts. I changed a couple, like V and some of my brushes. So if it's a little bit different, Just hit the button wherever to transform or whatever. Alright, so I got a couple of different poly groups already, so I'm just going to do auto groups because it usually will just unify everything, or group visible. Alright, everything's the same. And now because I have a mask, I can do this group masked. Alright, and then hit Control Shift. Control Shift. Come on, hi bitch. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then hit it. Well, God damn it. No. Alright, there we go, one more time. Alright. So hide all that shit, and then we'll do split hidden. Split hidden. That can also be found under polygroups. No. Subtool. Split. Split hidden. Somewhere there. Split hidden. Alright. So now it's on a different different subtool. So if we go to that subtool, boom, there it is. Alright. Hit V for solo. Alright. And now I can work on that thing just by itself, right? And it doesn't matter what resolution Dynamesh. I can actually go up way more because it's just this particular piece, right? It's only 33,000 polys, right? Instead of this full body, which is 96,000, right? If I crank that up, then, and only working on this little spot, then I tend to just be a little bit more crunchy. Alright, so I'm going to hit solo, go on this. Alright, now I want to close up all these holes, so I'll go over to Geometry, Modify Topology, Close Holes. Close Holes. Close Holes. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing. I want to get rid of these little pieces, so I'm going to do Group Visible, turn everything one color. And then I'm just going to use my lasso, be like, ka-chow, bitch! I don't want you in here. Alright, and then Group Masked. And then, come on. There we go. And then Delete Hidden. Alright, now I got all that on a different layer. Alright, on a different layer. Now I can go to town on that bad boy. Alright, hit V for solo, and now I'm just going to go and clean this guy up. Shift F to get out of poly frame, clear the mask, and then just go and start cleaning this guy up. Alright, clean, 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 clean this real quick. So, the cool thing about streaming is you guys get a peek into the long and arduous in-between process. The boring shit. But you gotta do the boring shit to get to the cool shit. Because if you don't do it, then the cool shit doesn't look like cool. Alright? You gotta pay your dues. Spend some time in the trenches. Alright, clean that, clean that. I'm not worried about the sides at the moment. I'm just kind of cleaning stuff up because I'm going to go back in later and like refine and refine once I put the Dynamesh resolution up. And I'm just going to give a little bit of thickness to this, just to give the nod that it's actually some armor, right? It's separated from flesh, right? I'll probably do that to the back too. And again, I'm working in symmetry mode, so just one side to the other. Alright, and do the same thing. It's going to be about the same thickness. Just blocking shit in, just blocking it in. Here's where the little spikes are on the back. Blocking it in. Alright, now see how that looks. Alright, hit V for solo. By the way, if you want to change a shortcut, it's really easy. You just go up to, like, you go over the tool, and then you hit Control Alt. So, like, I'm going to put in transparent to V. I'm going to change that to V, and then I'm going to switch it back. So if I hover over transparent, I hit Control Alt, and then tap it, it'll say, oh, you want to change shit, right? Then you just hit the key that you want, hit V, yeah. Sorry, this hotkeys already been assigned. Fuck you, I'm not going to do it. Alright, now it is. So now if I hit V, it goes into transparent, right? If I want to change that to solo, then just do the same thing, Control Alt, click on solo, hit V, it's like, yes, no, and you say yes. Alright, now solo will be on V. So that's how you do that real quick. That's the same thing I do with like brushes. So like I have like clay is A, move topology is S, D for hard polish, and F for dam standard. So I switch between stuff a lot. So if you're wondering what brush I'm using at that particular second, it'll tell you up here. Also alpha and freehand and what material. Yup. Okay, now I'm going to fix the leg, clear the mask, hit V for solo. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to split this into 3 pieces. Alright. It's probably a good idea. Alright, hit there, Shift F for polyframe. Alright, just going to mask. Make sure I get all of it. Alright. Because they're all the same poly group, I'm just going to do group masked. And then I'm going to hide everything, split hidden, V for solo, and then I'm going to hit Alt click, and that will change to this subtool, hit V for solo, and I'm just going to do that same thing with spiky dikies. Alright, group masked. God damn it. No! God damn it, no! Alright, group masked. There we go. Mask it, group masked. Control Shift hide. Split hidden. V for solo. Now they're all on their own. Right? So change to that one. Change to that one. Change to that one. Right. I hit. There we go. Okay. Now I can work on all 3 of them at the same time. This one I'm going to do solo, and then I'm just going to do fill hole or close holes. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to move this dude out because I use that a lot actually. So I'm going to go into my preferences, right quick lag, I'm going to go into config, enable customize, and this is how I set up all of this shit. I just dragged everything everywhere. So I can actually go in and I'm going to hit Control Alt and just drag this guy off. Right, and then I'm going to hit Control Alt, grab this guy and move him over there. And then I'm going to do disable customize and store config. Alright, cool. Now I got close holes in there. Alright, V for solo. By the way, if you guys got any questions, I'm trying to keep an eye on chat. Any quick questions at all on process or anything like that, throw it up in chat and I'll see if I can answer it real quick, like on the fly. Yeah? That's how I roll. Multitask. Alright. This one's got a hole still. Right? Yep. Holy shit. So, close holes. Look at that. Use that shit already. I love it. I'm going to get rid of these guys. So, Shift F. I'm going to do auto group, not auto groups. Group visible. Alright. And then I'm just going to mask these guys. Group mask. Hide. That. Alright. Delete hidden. Solo. We're good. Alright. Alright. Now let's actually get into working on this dude. Alright, so I'm going to do the same kind of treatment as this one. Actually, I didn't even fucking finish that one. Dude, you guys got to keep me on track here. Come on. Alright, let's go back to this guy. So, this piece was really just playing around with like the style that I want. So now that I have the style that I want, I'm going to kind of echo a lot of these shapes and rhythms and stuff into the other pieces of armor so that everything stays consistent. Now, consistent is good. Okay. Basically, when I'm doing like second level details where you're trying to get in, like try to figure out surface details and everything, I kind of noodle for a little bit and try to find happy accidents, and then just roll with those happy accidents. You know, like I kind of like this feeling, so maybe we'll get like, yeah, maybe we'll change that. Right, it's kind of a cool feeling. Happy eyes. I had no plan for that. Maybe we'll do like a little. That officially is it. So when somebody asks you to sculpt that's what that is, okay? You saw it here first. All right. Fuck you, quick save. Alright, cool. Now I'm just gonna move this dude out a little bit. Yep. 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 Alright. So now that I have these on separate subtools, I could just cool things I can go in and change things really quickly. Oh, except for that. All right, check this out, guys. Since you're here for the first round, I'm going to show you something cool. So a lot of times when you're doing like really thin details like this, all right, and you're like, oh, I want to sculpt some big shit on there, all right, and then you get stuff like that, all right. Oh yeah, that's cool. And you look at it, you're like, oh, it looks like shit, all right. You do this thing called back face mask, and that's per brush, right? So it's not constant. So if I switch to like a move, it goes off. But if I go back to clay brush, it's still on. Yeah, yeah. So now when I do that, it's like, oh, you don't want to affect that shit, do you? And you're like, yes, you are correct. That's why I push that button. Yeah, yeah. Where is that button? That's a good question. I think it's under draw? No. Brush. That's it. Brush. Auto masking. Back face mask. There it is right there. Yeah? 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 Okay. Cool. On to the next spot, kid. Alright. Cool. Now I can, like, because this is obviously two different thingamajigs, I can really get in there and control how they intersect. Yeah? Ah, fucking genius. This guy. Alright. I'm going to need some more resolution on this guy. Because we're only at 128 resolution for Dynamesh, which if you look at it, you're like, oh yeah, I can't really get much in there. So I'm just going to double that and go to 256. And a lot of times, if you just change the resolution and hit Dynamesh, it just doesn't do anything. So if that ever happens, well, it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to do Control. Okay, I obviously did it. So whenever it doesn't do it, just make like a little, like a change to it, and then Dynamesh it, and it'll change. It had me fucking bugging forever. Alright, so now I upped it. I'm just going to go through and I can use a clay polish to go through and smooth, but clay polish does lots of funky ass things and I don't like it, so I don't use it. I figure like I can have better control this way, and just take a second. Alright, okay. I'm gonna go through and like work on tightening up that stuff. I'm going to use probably trim button. Just going to go through, and then what's awesome is that because I have it on my own, its own layer, just go in. Look at that. Yep. Yep. By the way, everybody that's here, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Feeling the love. Got any questions? Shoot them out. I like answering questions if I can. Like, oh, dude, why do you suck so bad at this? Why are you broadcasting if you suck so bad? Because I don't give a shit. That's why. Because we all suck bad at some point. If you got no shame, more the happier. Yeah. No shame. And you know what? If I can help somebody else, even if I can help them a little bit on something, I'm happy. I like helping people. Alright. Now I'm just kind of doodling. Again, I'm just working on. I'm not trying to do like super fine details like textures and stuff in here. Just trying to get the overall shape, because once I get the overall shape, then the micro textures always look better. Yeah. You gotta wait to shine it until it looks good. You don't want to put a bunch of shine on a pile of crap. But all you got is a shiny pile of crap, right? Yeah. Patience, patience, patience. Oh, no. I want to keep that. Okay, cool. Kind of like how. Maybe I'll just use like a pinch on this guy. Just pinch that in. Pinch, 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 pinch. Anyways. I have no plan on all this stuff. I'm just kind of looking for happy accidents. Happy accidents. Let's take a look. What's really cool is that if I don't like the position, I can just go with my move and just be like, I think it's got a, maybe it needs more of a dip here. Yeah. More of like a, that there. Right? No, dude, what are you doing? That looks like crap. It looked better before. Yeah. Alright. I kind of like that. Just the overall feel at the moment. I'll obviously come back and do more to it. But I'm going to kind of go on to the next one just because I don't want to overdoodle the shit out of it. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Oh. Alright. So I'm going to do the same thing, same treatment, because I've already got that type of treatment. Why treat me like this? Because that's what I decided. Alright. Organic style armor. Organic style. Alright, get some flows going. Try to vary it up a little bit. Let's go back and clean up some edges. Oh, I actually want to increase the dye mesh on this one. I'm kind of in the same boat as I was before with that one. Alright, so I'm going to probably just double this, so 256. Turn on my polyframe. Dynamesh, which is hold down control and click and drag. Alright. So this is kind of a precursor, guys, to I'm going to be doing that, I don't know if you saw or not, but I'm going to be doing like a Google Hangout, just going through like the basics of setting up a character in ZBrush. You know, I'll probably cover like navigation, all the way from like navigation to like, you know, the most used tools like masking and polygroups and subtools, and talking about geometry, dynamesh, remeshing, those types of things. So if you guys are interested, I'm probably going to send out a sign-up sheet here with tomorrow. I'll post it on Robot Pencil Facebook page. And if you're interested and want to drop by, totally for free, sharing the love, sign up. I'm probably going to try to do a couple of different times, because I know we're all in different time zones. Yeah, drop by and learn some shit. Alright. We're going to do our little... Alright, decided that that's a... Yep, that's it. I'm going to do another one there. Everybody loves those, right? It's like Alien, right? Aliens. Geiger type. Still just trying to get the overall shapes. Right? And then re-dynamesh it and get a little chunky in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. Maybe I'll do like this. Right, because I'm going to have these types of rhythms on this side. Maybe I'll do something opposite of that, just to break it up, like on this side, right? Maybe we'll do like this type of thing. Alright, let's try that out. Let's make them varied. Alright, maybe I'll make a small little in there. Alright, just kind of, just to see how that looks. Alright. Make this one a little bit bigger. Alright. Can you, yo Lloyd, what up? Creature artist, can you explain why you set up the UI the way that you did, why you place some tools in certain spots, etc., etc.? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Overall, I realized that most of my models are like straight up and down. I can do a lot of characters, so I hardly do any you know, horizontal stuff. So I realized that I had a lot of open space on this side and this side, right? So I can pretty much do all the same. So I just took all of the tools that I used all the time. It's probably one of the worst things about this program is going like hunting in here, like, oh, where the fuck is the closed holes? Oh, it's fucking, it's under that one tab. Who the hell knows, right? And then you gotta like look for it on Google. And be like, oh, dude, where's that one tool, right? So I basically just brought everything that I use out onto this side, right? And I usually just went in and like grabbed like the stuff I use like most, and then just kind of like went all the way down, right? I hardly ever use project all, but I just kind of keep that out there because I always forget about project when I'm doing like remeshing and retopo and that kind of stuff. So actually this is kind of more of a reminder. Anyways, all this stuff up here is like layer work, right? So if I'm going to take something and move it onto another layer, like I want to duplicate, delete, I want to mirror, I want to do all that kind of stuff. So mostly it's like, you know, from the top down on this side of what I use the most. And then on this side, I like to know like what I'm using at that moment, because sometimes I forget because I use hotkeys for a lot of stuff. Sometimes I forget what brush I'm at, so just look over real quick and be like, oh, I'm in a fucking clay brush, right on. And then sometimes like when you're changing alphas and strokes and all that kind of stuff, like you'll forget and like you try to draw on something and you're like, oh, that was completely wrong. So just to give you like just a quick visual of like where you're at that exact time, right? And the same thing with this stuff up here is like, oh, I know I'm in edit and draw mode, but if I'm doing like lots of transforms and stuff, I want to know, even though I'm using shortcuts, all right, I want to know what I'm in. So if I'm, if I need to move this guy, all right, and I'm setting up the transpose tool, right? I'm like, well, am I in rotate or not? Well, now I can know just really quickly. Right? Probably the coolest one is if I want to get a really good look at stuff. It's awesome to be able to like change the light on the fly, right? Just to get different views of how it looks, you just do that on the fly. So yeah, that's pretty much why. Yeah. Symmetry, setting up light, right? I like this one, just to show you guys like how many subtools you have. Boom! That's really like nothing though. It's like nothing. Polyframe. That's nothing. Explode. Cool. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. All my brushes down here. I like to keep my trim and select off of this side. Like my masking on this side, so I don't get them mixed up. This is like depth. So if I'm doing like a insert multi-mesh, I can just really quickly change the depth. Yeah, man, I'll definitely share it for sure. Casper, it's you. Got it. Got it. Yeah. I'm actually going to put it up on my Gumroad for free. And I'm gonna like record just a quick video of like going over what everything is, kind of like how I just did, so that it's kind of all in one place. But yeah, dude, I'll definitely be sharing it. Yep. All right. Any other questions? Just shout them out, man. Shout them out. Shout them out. All right. Back to work. Let's go in and start cleaning this stuff up. Suhail! What up? What is this thing? This is a gene stealer from Warhammer 40,000. Like the original Zerg. Blizzard stole Zerg from this dude. Totally stole it. Just ripped it right out. And Space Marines, by the way, for the record. Alright. So just going to go in and use some trim dynamic brush. And just clean up some edges here. Again, just being really dirty because I just want to block in the forms. There will be the basic idea is like you go in and you block your major forms at first, like your level 1, and then once your major forms are in, then you go in and do like your second level pass, which is like these type of details. All right, you're not doing like surface textures. You're just more doing like, you already established what the leg is, or the shape of the leg, but now you're just doing like, oh, what the muscles look like on the leg, or what does the armor look like on the leg, that kind of thing. And then usually what I'll do is, depending on the model, we'll do other stuff before I do the final texture pass. Sometimes I'll go in and create the low poly model first and do the texture passes on the low poly model. That way I can just bake everything right away. But that is a whole nother boat. Alright. That's looking alright. This, I just kind of want to move this down a little bit. They stole it from Alien? Ooh, I don't know, man. I think Warhammer 40K might have been around before Alien. Anybody want to sound off on that? Get a Google search real quick, maybe? Because maybe Geiger took from Warhammer. I don't know. I just don't know. My bet's on Warhammer. Somebody look it up. It's killing me now. Alright, rematch. Late 80s? No way, dude! Come on, no, it was at least like the 40s when Warhammer came out. Come on. Really? Alright. Alright, now I'm going to work on late 80s. God, no. No! Come on, man. No way. Yep, exactly. Exactly. And Space Marines? Hello, Terran? Come on, dude. Really? Yep. At first, when StarCraft first came out, I was like, this is a total rip. And then, like, the game was actually really fun, and then I kind of forgot about it for a while. But every time I think about it, I'm like, God damn it, they fucking stole that. Bastards. Alright, how do we want to make some cool look? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look at let's look at the reference. Let's look at the reference, because we all know they got plenty of reference for these dudes. So like this one has been like a huge inspiration for me. Dude, Alien. Melvin, dude. So much for that argument. Oh shit. All right, Geiger has it won. Geiger won. 4 years, bro. That was it. Are you serious? There's a legal agreement? Oh, that's fucking hilarious. So this is like, this guy has been like a huge inspiration for this dude, right? Kind of like just taking and doing something else different. But you know, like the original. What was the original? Hold on, grab my reference. Hold on. Damn it. Hold the fuck on. Where's my original? Don't look at my files. Don't look at my files. Alright, reference. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Where's it at? Here's the original. Yeah, I painted these things like way back in the day, right? I was that nerd dude, like painting all these little guys. These little guys. I probably had a bunch of these guys. Yep, 40K all day. StarCraft all night. Anywho, so I'm going for like a kind of a mix between these two. I definitely want to go for like a nod to the original style, but I want a little bit more of like a cinematic type quality feel to it. So I want to kind of do that. So when I'm looking at these back spikes, there's like nothing on these guys, right? So I kind of got to make up my own spikes, right? Because I don't want to just leave them like that. That's fucking fugly. All right, so I'm gonna do. There was this piece of work. This dude did a I'm looking for the reference. Hold on. Where is the reference? The fucking reference. Alright, so this is some of the other stuff that I'm looking at. This was, I forgot who this was, but it was for Guardians of the Galaxy. This Gerard Marquez or something like that. I don't remember who. But then you guys saw this guy, right? The Alien Rex. Holy badass, right? That's just fucking cool. Way fucking cool, right? So I really like all these like patterns and stuff. Really like this type of style, right? So I kind of want to do something like this, but obviously not that, right? That's what I want to do. So I really like this flow, kind of like organic flow. I really like these type of spikes. They're not really spikes. It's more like a fucking bone shit. So I kind of like that idea, right? It's not really more for offense. It's more like defense, I think. Right? You don't see him like using that to gaffle a Terminator, right? It's more of like, get off me, right? Spur or some shit, right? So I'm gonna kind of go for something like that. Yeah, dude, I never got into the Total Wars. I may try when that one comes out. We'll see. I really haven't played a good Warhammer game yet. I'm waiting for them to release it to an actual really dope, awesome AAA studio. Then I'll probably play it. All right, I'm gonna up the Dynamesh on this guy. All right. Do that. Alright, now I got some more geometry. Okay. I'm just going to go in and do some sculpting here. I'm going to have my back face mask on so it's not doing weird shit. I'm going to need more though. Just gonna move tool. Just connecting the dots. Alright, just moving that shit. Look at that. Look at that. Alright. Alright. And start working on some textures, right? We gotta do like a. So we got kind of like that spine thing going, right? We'll have that type of thing, right? Reference, right? AJ's always hammering me about reference. Dude, where's the fucking reference, bro? Gotta have reference. Gotta have reference. Can't make fun of him though, because he's fucking true. It's totally true. Can't be doing all this good stuff without reference. Right. Ooh, spurs, right? Bone spurs. Let's do some bone spurs. Right. I have like this type of thing, right? Right, but then we'll do like indented, smooth, indented, right, like that. Right. Or then maybe we'll have like some spurs. Everybody likes little bone spurs, right? Breaks up the light, right? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh. Everybody loves the bone spurs, right? And then we use like a damn standard. We'll like use like a. Again, I'm not doing like crazy details. I'm just kind of like almost like notes for later, right? When I come in and do the texture passes. Peganopolis. These are more just for eventually. So like I do 3D character art for video games, and that's what I want my portfolio to show. So I won't be animating these. Probably no one will ever be animating these particular ones, but I still want to show that the final piece is animatable, right? Because I want to show to who's ever looking at my portfolio like you got good topology, and you're able to hand this over to any animationer. Animationer? The fuck? Any animator, and they can just pick it up and run with it, right? So I won't be animating it, but I will be pretending like somebody will be. Right? That looks way better than than that. That looks way better. Right? Okay. So yeah, I'll tend to do that like when I'm doing like level 2 details. I'm just kind of blocking stuff in. If I come up with like a really cool idea that I really like, I know that I might have to redo it later, but I'll use it like notes, right? And shit, you know what you can even do is you can even go like you can write on here, right? You're like, oh, make sure to have nubs, right? You like nubs, right? Cool. Notes, right? That's dope. What the hell? You're taking notes like right on that. Alright. Let me get some of this ebb and flow going on. Alright. Some textures and shit. You know what I need to have? I realized. So I got a daughter, and you know how hard it is not to curse around a kid? It's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. So, when my daughter's away, right, she's being watched for the day while we're all at work, I get to curse. It feels kind of good. But what I need to do is be wary, because some people actually don't like cursing. So maybe I'll have somebody like come on the stream with me and like have that beep button. So like every time I curse, like it'll go beep, and then I just don't have to worry about it anymore. Alright. Alright, that's looking kinda cool, right? Except for the nubs. Right, real kinda like the direction that's going. Oh god, he's got skinny ass chicken legs. Chicken legs. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna fix that real quick. So I'm gonna use my move topology brush and then just be like, whoop. I love move topology brush. You can't do that shit in clay. Oh, it's so nice. I did a lot of clay sculpture before I started ZBrush. And that is an entirely different beast, let me tell you. Because doing something like that, pretty much impossible. Not impossible, but you know what I mean. It's different. Okay. Let's go in and work on shoe now. What time is it, by the way? 4:54. I got 6 minutes. Any final questions for the next couple minutes here? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll go over it by 10 minutes. So see how I feel in 6 minutes. All right. Just gonna mask this out. Just gonna do it like I did before. Just gonna mask. Masking. Masking. Speeding end. Speeding end. Okay. That's about it. Yeah. Alright, so turn on polyframe. Everything's the same, so I can automatically just do group masked, and then I'll hide, and then split hidden. Turn off polyframe. Clear the mask, turn off solo, alt-click, alright, change it to that one, polyframe, make sure I have that one on, V for solo, and then close holes. House. Alright, that's ugly looking. So I'm going to do group visible. I'm going to mask these pieces and then do group masked, hide them, and then delete hidden. Clear the mask, turn off the polyframe, hit V for solo, to unsolo, unHan Solo. Alright, there we go. Okay, cool. Turn this one on. Close hose. Alright. Group visible, mask, group mask, hide, delete, hidden. Polyframe, V for solo. Alright, now we're all on separate pieces. Now I'm going to go in and clean up a little bit here. At this point, I'm not really thinking about the game model yet. Really still just trying to define the overall character. So it's really important for me. It's important for me when I'm doing this. To be able to like freely sculpt and not worry about all that stuff yet. So I don't. Alright, so when you clip one side, when you use the trim lasso, right, it only clips one side. So the, right, way different. Well, that's supposed to be symmetrical. What the fuck? So that's why I use mirror and weld, and it'll just automatically do it, right? So if I like clip a piece, it doesn't, symmetry doesn't do that. So in order to make that change, you do mirror and weld. But you always have to do from, like, because I'm using X, I always want to do the right-hand side, right? Because if I did this side, and then did mirror and weld, it would just replace it with this one, right? Okay, got it. Cool, that was your mini lesson. Alright. Clean this guy up. Alright, switch to this guy. Clean this one up. I'm definitely going to do something completely different with the feet, because that's just fugly. Right? It works for the little miniature, but doesn't work for this. So I'm not going to do that yet. So I'm just going to leave those the way they are for now. But I like the overlapping armor idea, so I'm going to keep that, and then later I will do something different with the feet. Just going to move. That's time! Sorry, I'm going to go for a couple more minutes. We still got some peoples here. Peeps. Alright. I'm going to just clean this guy up real quick, so that's not so fugly when I come back later. That's the other thing that I do is I've noticed that procrastination is really based on whether or not you're happy with where you ended up on a project. So a lot of times I'll leave, like I'll if I don't have to finish, I want to leave with make sure that I come back to doing something exciting, right? So if I'm like really excited about a particular piece, I'll like wait to do that until next time, because I know for sure that I'm excited about it, and that's the thing that's going to get me to sit down and actually do work again. Alright? really excited about working on a particular piece. Okay. You know, I think I'm going to just do real quick. I may just block out some arm pieces. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Alright. Usually what I'll do is I'll always make sure that I duplicate the base model if I'm going to be doing something drastic to it. Alright, and I think what I'm going to do is, I really like this idea, right? This type of nice feel to it, right? This is really freaking cool. Dope. I like the spikes, that type of thing, right? I think I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do it on this guy. God, those claws are that shit. Alright, duplicate. So I know I'm on that one. A lot of times I'll just use polyframe to make sure that I know which subtool I'm on. Because you'll also notice, like, I never go into subtools and, like, try to find what subtool I'm on. Alright, I always just use Alt-click. Right, and that'll automatically get me to whichever one that I want to work on. And sometimes I'll just check what layer I'm on by using the polyframe. Alright, so I'm just going to duplicate that. Then now, of course I say I don't come in here very often, I'm going to turn off the original. And now I can just do whatever I want, like without any guilt. It's not awesome. Okay. So, design. Let's fucking design something, right? Alright, so I don't want it that thick, so I'm just gonna like sculpt right on this arm because I kind of want it to look like an extension, like a hardened exoskeleton type extension to his arm. Yeah. But I want to make sure I account for mobility because these guys are super fucking quick. Right? And we'll do like a we want the mobility for the arm. Yeah. You know what I'm going to do? Just going to check that out. Yeah, something like that. You want to be able to move that elbow with ease. Right, but I still want it to look cool. Because it's more organic, I'm going to use some of the bone lines, you know, to accentuate what I want to do. Right, so maybe some of those ridge lines that make up some of the other ones kind of flow with the bone, right? Something like that. Yep. Oh, and then maybe like something like this, right? And then we'll have that little cool indentation there. Like that. Yep. Forearm muscles. Maybe we'll kind of like mimic how that works, right? Because we got coming over like that, and it usually ends like right about in there. Yeah. And then we got another piece that just kind of comes in like that, and then maybe we have another. Yeah, something like that. Wow. And then boom. Organic armor. Then all we have to do is do some like little, you know, like that. Yeah, like that. Right. So we got the back end. Um, I like that. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. Looks cool, right? No? Yeah, maybe. I like it. So that's all that really matters. Just kidding. It's really what you guys think. Alright, now I'm going to do... Right, so I want to be aggressive, right? I want to be aggressive, so maybe... what I'm going to do is lasso... Right, and then maybe I'll just use my move tool. Just be like, whoop! Oh, snaps! What? Instant armor. Instant armor. Right, but you know we also wanted to have mobility of the wrist too, because right, that's like his main ass weapon right there. So we want protection for the arm, but we want to be able to have him be able to move that completely freely. Alright, that's his main weapon. Oh, look at that. Look at that armor. What? What? Yeah. I like it. And then boom. Friggin' armor. Alright, and then what I would do is just do the same thing as I do with the other armor pieces. Maybe I'll come in here and save it first. God, I haven't saved this whole time. Oh man, what a suck. Okay, save. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mask. Oh, yes. Mask. Masking in, masking in. You boys like Mexico? Woo-hoo! Schnozberries taste like schnozberries. Alright. Okay. Yeah, man, any other questions? Any of the last minute questions or so? You guys got any? Let me know. Let me know. Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. Hollas. Chalo 94XD. What up? Alright, group visible, group masked. Right, the cool thing is... Alright, oh shit, I missed that part. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Group masked. Oh, missed that part too. Switch, mask, group masked. Yeah, yeah. That looks, oh shit, missed cut on the cover. Okay, switch the mask, mask that area, group mask. Yep, I think we're okay. Nope, I want to keep that little piece right there. Switch the mask, mask. I'm just going to take some extra right here, because I can always cut it back. Yeah. Thanks, Meow. Appreciate it. Alright. Okay, now group masked. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do for now. We'll refine afterwards. Alright. I want to keep, so that's the other thing to talk about really quickly, right? So, whatever you split, like when you do a split, it won't keep any of this history, right? But, so use that to your advantage, right? So I want to keep the history for the arm, but not this particular piece, right? So I'm going to split this piece instead of splitting the arm piece. That way I can keep the history on the arm and have this piece separate, right? So hide everything else, and then click on that, it hides that. Do split hidden, right? There we go. And then now, if I do V for solo, turn everything back on, right? Click on that guy, right? No history, right? If I click back on the arms, history, which actually still means that if I go back and undo, this piece will come back onto this layer, or onto the subtool. So you can use that to your advantage too. So if you want to just duplicate something and split it off, and then undo to bring it back, that's good. Right, like this. Watch. Why don't I just show you? Why don't I just show you? So I split this off. This is completely separate, right? Its own separate thing. Doesn't have any history, right? So I go back to solo mode and hit Command Z, right? Now it's back. Check that out, right? Now I have two, right? I got these guys, and right, which is this one, and I got this one, which includes both of them. So now, check this shiznit out. Right? If I just want to move, like if I want to create double, what? Oh shit! Look at that. Yeah. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go back to this one, because then you can just always hide it and then just do delete hidden again, right? And then you still have the other one. So you can use that to your advantage when you're doing this type of stuff. Alright. Alright, let's go clean this up real quick. Do close house. Close house. Yep. And actually, you know what? Probably frame off. Let's go and clean this up real quick. Like, just cleaning. Do some cleaning. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll trim this little piece here real quick. Right, and then I'll mirror that over because it doesn't do that on symmetry. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I totally didn't want to do that. So, but I do actually mark that little piece. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the hands off. Polyframe off. Masking lasso. Everything's already masked, so clear the mask. Alright. Polyframe on. Shift F. Everything is already the same poly group, so I'm just going to do group masked, and then I will hide and do split hidden. V for unsolo, and then now it's on a separate, right? So now I can actually work on this with a much higher dynamesh, which 64 is like kind of ridiculous, right? I'm just going to do that 128, and I try to keep on like the 8-bit or 2x2 resolution. I usually don't. So 64, 128, 256, 512. You get it, so on and so forth. I don't know. I heard somebody did that one time, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea. That way, I don't have to think about like, oh, it's like, well, what if it's like 1100? I don't have to worry about that, right? I just do, is it 128 or 256? Okay, one or the other. I can move on to the use my brain power somewhere else, right? Okay. Just clean up edges. Turn off polyframe. Winter PT. Thanks, man. Aw, you got me blushing and shit. I appreciate it. Much, much appreciated. Shout it, shout it, shout it out now. Alright. Let's just clean up the arm real quick. Shift F, okay, make sure I'm on that. Alright, hit V, clear the mask. Close hose! That's gonna be like my favorite tool now. Close hose! Alright. That real quick. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna finish up this little part. Then I'm probably gonna call it for the day, guys. I'm gonna go pick up my daughter here pretty soon. So yeah, that's you know, we did like minor stuff today. You know, just did some second level stuff to this guy. Second level stuff to this guy. We kind of figured out what we wanted to do for these spikes, and we decided how the armor is going to look. Probably next up is I don't know. I think I'm not really happy with the profile, so yeah, man, dude, Winter PT, no problem, man. I love sharing. Anytime I can teach somebody something. I'm all about it, dude. All about it. Yeah, so where was that? I don't like this dude's skinny ass legs. It looks like me when I wake up in the morning. Yeah, I kind of felt like that the other day. We need some sound bites to go with it, right? Like, this is how I feel. Like walking to the bathroom to brush your teeth. Dude, too much to drink last night. Blah, blah, blah. Alright? Shit. Yeah, so probably next stream, I'm gonna work on probably this armor. And then I'll probably I need to work on the spikes and finish up this back piece. And I think, yeah, and I eventually have to redo the ribs, because the ribs look like shiznit. They look like shit. Be honest, you could say they look like shit, because I can completely agree with you. They look like sausages, like hot dogs. Like, dude, like I'm super badass, but I got hot dog ribs. And then I gotta redo the feet. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll tackle next. And then once I get all those forms down, then I really want to focus on like the main piece, which is like the face and the claws, right? So I'll probably start with level 3 textures then, just because I'm actually really liking where this guy's going. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with them too. So I probably will like start playing with some micro textures and maybe a little bit of poly paint, just to kind of get the overall feel. But yeah, probably Thursday will be my next stream. Probably around the same time, maybe a little bit earlier, maybe like 3 p.m. Pacific. But it depends on if I'm going to do the Google Hangout class. So I'm going to decide all that tomorrow and let y'all know. All right. Yeah, I think that's about it for me, guys. Thanks for coming by, man. I have to say, man, I'm not afraid to admit, this was actually my first stream ever. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for all the support. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks for showing up on such short notice. Hope you learned something. Hope you had fun. I hope you're inspired. Go create some cool shit. And we'll see you soon.